pocket change might just be the golden ticket to a new lifestyle. Now, before you toss that quarter into the vending machine to buy that bag of chips, hang tight. What if I told you that a single 2016 Cumberland Gap quarter could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.9 million? Yeah, I know it sounds like one of those late-night TV scams, but stick with me, this is no joke, no hype, just straight-up facts from the coin collecting world. We're diving deep into the story of the 2016 Cumberland quarter, why it's so valuable, what to look for, and how one of these coins changed a guy's life forever. By the end of this video, you'll be checking under your couch cushions, your glove box, your old coin jar, because that innocent little quarter might just be your retirement plan in disguise. So buckle up, folks, because we're going on a wild ride through history, errors, value, and just a touch of personal adventure. Let's get into it. Alright, let's set the stage. The 2016 Cumberland Gap National Historical Park quarter was part of the America the Beautiful series. It featured a frontiersman looking out across the landscape, representing the gateway to the West, minted in Philadelphia with that signature little P mint mark. Millions were made, sure, but here's the catch: among those millions are a few ultra-rare variants that turned ordinary change into pure treasure. So why this coin? Well, it's not just the designates, the errors, the conditions, and the very limited number of super rare ones floating out there. Most people used them, paid with them, dropped them in tip jars, but a few folks got lucky and found the gold among the gravel. One of those coins fetched $1.9 million at auction, and no, I'm not kidding. So what makes this particular 2016 quarter worth nearly $2 million? Let's break it down. Like we're sitting in your garage talking coins and sipping coffee. Grading plays a huge role here. If your coin is in mint state or better yet graded MS67 or MS68, you're talking serious cash. Collectors lose their minds over a perfect coin with a clean strike, sharp detail, and no scratches. There are some extremely rare die errors and double strikes on some of these quarters. We're talking doubled dies, off-center strikes, and even missing elements on the coin. One especially valuable coin had a double die obverse and reverse error, making it a true unicorn. This means the history of the coin, how it was found, who owned it, and how well it was preserved. Some collectors will pay way above book value just because of the story that comes with the coin. Now you're probably wondering, okay, wise guy, how do I spot one of these magic quarters? Here's what you need to do: flip that coin over, look for the P mint mark, make sure the detail on the frontiersman is crisp, check for doubling, especially on the words Cumberland Gap or Gateway to the West. Use a magnifying glass and look at the rim edges too. You want a clean finish, no dents, stings, or signs of circulation. And here's the kicker: if you've got one with a double die, it may look like a shadow or a ghost letter right behind the original. Don't toss it, get it graded by a pro and hold on to it like your life depends on it, because it might. Now let me tell you a story. Last summer I was at a yard sale with my buddy Mike. The guy's got this beat up old jar of coins, I mean dusty, rusty, full of lint and crumbs. Mike picks up this one coin and says, "Hey, what's this guy with the musket doing on a quarter?" We look closer and it's a 2016 Cumberland quarter. He was about to toss it into the 25-cent box. I said, "Hang on, give me 5 minutes." We pulled out the phone, zoomed in, and bam, double die on the obverse, clear as day. I told him, "Man, this could be big." He laughed and said, "Yeah right, I'll trade it for a sandwich." Fast forward a few months, he sends it in to get graded, comes back MS67 with a rare error classification. The auction house called him up and boom, it sold for $1.9 million. He retired early, bought a camper, and now he's somewhere in Arizona chasing sunsets, all because he took 5 minutes to check a quarter. Alright, so you're fired up now, ready to tear your house apart for old coins. Here's what you do: step 1, grab a good magnifying glass and a coin book. Step 2, go through your change slow and methodically. Step 3, get familiar with what mint marks and years are worth money. Step 4, if you find something unusual, don't clean it, don't scrub it, just get it appraised or graded. And step 5, connect with online coin communities and forums. There are tons of folks out there trading knowledge, helping each other, and even swapping coins. This isn't just a hobby, it's a strategy, a way to potentially build real wealth from everyday stuff you probably already own. And best of all, you don't need a degree or a stockbroker, you just need your eyes, your hands, and a little patience. Alright folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the legendary 2016 Cumberland quarter. Remember, not all coins are created equal. That loose change in your junk drawer could be worth more than your car. Take a few minutes a day and check your coins. Be consistent, be curious, and who knows, you might be the next person cashing in for a life-changing payday. Now if you enjoyed this video, learned something, or just want to hang out with more coin lovers like you, smash that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss another coin tip that could make you rich. Share this video with a friend, heck, tell your neighbor, tell your dog, tell your barista, because someone out there has $1 million coin and they don't even know it. Hey folks, quick question: when's the last time you really looked at the change jingling in your pocket? You know, those quarters you toss into the cup holder, drop on the couch, or hand over for a soda without a second thought. Well, what if I told you that one of those coins, a simple 1990 Washington quarter, could be worth $1 million right now? Yeah, that's right. $1 million. Not Monopoly money. Not a prank. Cold, hard, life-changing cash. Now before you go flipping over your couch cushions and raiding your sock drawer, stick around. Because today, we're diving deep into the story, the value, the details, and the real reason why this one coin has turned into a jackpot for collectors. And yes, somewhere out there, someone probably paid for a slice of pizza with it. Tragic. But hey, that could have been your pizza if you're lucky. So let's get into the juicy world of the 1990p quarter, how it went from spare change to millionaire status. Let's start simple. The 1990p quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been around since 1932. These coins were made to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, and they've been a staple of American pockets ever since. Now, the P mint mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. In 1990, over 900 million of these were produced. Yep, million. So you might be thinking, if there were that many made, how can one possibly be worth seven figures? Great question. And that brings us to the magic of errors, rarity, and collector obsession. Here's where things get spicy. The $1 million version of the 1990p quarter isn't just your average coin from a vending machine. We're talking about a rare mint error, or in some cases, a unique die variety that makes it extraordinary. Some known high-value 1990p quarters include off-center strikes where the design is printed way off the center, double die obverse, meaning George Washington looks like he's got a shadowy twin-clipped planchets, where part of the coin looks like it took a bite out of itself. Wrong planchet errors, where the quarter was mistakenly struck on a foreign or different coin base, like a nickel or even a cent planchet. And then there are the proof-like strikes that somehow ended up in circulation. Those are the unicorns, miraculously preserved, exceptionally sharp in detail, and ridiculously rare. Combine one of those crazy mint errors with pristine condition, preferably graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, and BAM, you've got yourself a quarter that collectors will fight over like it's the last chicken wing at a football party. The average 1990p quarter in circulation is worth 25 cents. Shocker, I know, but if you've got one of the error versions we just mentioned, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly up to $1 million if it checks all the boxes: mint error, excellent condition, and a rare strike. The most expensive known 1990p Washington quarter sold at a private auction recently for right around $1 million. Why? It had a major planchet error, mirror-like fields, and a grade of MS68. Practically unheard of. Grading is everything in the coin world. A coin graded MS60 is good, but MS68? That's like coin royalty. Add a dramatic error and limited surviving examples, and suddenly you're looking at a seven-figure payday. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my late grandfather's desk. You know how those old desks are packed with receipts from 1982, rubber bands that turned into fossils, and, of course, coins. I dumped the drawer into a shoebox, figuring I'd sort it later. One evening, while watching the game, I started checking out the coins. Pennies, nickels, a bunch of quarters. Then I spotted it. A 1990p quarter with something off. The rim looked strange. The strike was slightly shifted. It wasn't your average laundry coin. I took it to a local coin show the following month and had a dealer check it out. His eyes widened. Turns out it had a minor off-center strike and was in uncirculated condition. Now, mine wasn't worth $1 million, but I still walked away with $1,200 for one single quarter. From a dusty drawer. In a shoebox, and that's when I became obsessed. Because if one weird old coin could be worth $1,000, what else is hiding in our change jars? Off-center strikes, missing elements, doubling, strange edges. 1990 quarters only came from Philly and Denver. The P mark is key here. You want minimal scratches, strong luster, sharp design. Seriously, these things are small. A jeweler's loupe or coin microscope helps. Standard quarters weigh 5.67 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, you may have a wrong planchet error. If you've got a good one, send it to PCGS or NGC. A professional grade makes all the difference in value. Start small. Dump out the coin jar. Hit up flea markets. Ask grandma if she's got any old coin purses lying around. You never know where treasure might be hiding. 1990p off-center strike MS66, sold $4.45001990p double die reverse MS67, sold $4.9001990p broad strike error MS68, sold $4.17800190p wrong planchet MS68 proof like, private sale. Nearly $1 million. This isn't myth. These coins have real market value and serious collector demand. Every time you spend a quarter without checking it, you could be tossing away a fortune. The $1 million 1990p quarter isn't a fantasy, it's a real coin that's changed hands for more money than most people make in a year. There's no reason the next big find couldn't be in your possession right now. Could be your ticket to a new car, a dream vacation, or even early retirement. So here's your mission: check your change. Look at every quarter you come across. Get curious. Get educated. And most importantly, don't stop hunting. If you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss more guides on coins worth serious money. We've got tips, stories, and insider info to help you turn your spare change into serious cash. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you've got a 1990p quarter you want us to check out. Hey folks, do you have a jar of spare change sitting somewhere? Maybe it's collecting dust under the couch or hiding in the glove box of your car? Well, let me tell you something that might just knock your socks off. Inside that forgotten stash could be a 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter, worth up to $1.2 million. Yes, you heard me right. One coin, one quarter, worth more than a beach house in Miami or a brand new Lamborghini. You might be thinking, come on now, it's just a 25-cent piece. I've tossed hundreds of those without thinking twice. Well, buckle up because this is not your average pocket change. This quarter is legendary in the coin collecting world. And in today's video, I'm gonna walk you through why this humble coin is making headlines, how you can identify if you have one, and how a regular guy like you or me could cash in big. So grab a cup of coffee, or a cold drink, sit back, and let's dig into the fascinating world of $1 million quarter. Because when it comes to rare coins, what you don't know could literally cost you a fortune. Well, in 1965, the United States Mint went through a massive shift in how coins were made. Before then, quarters were made of 90% silver. But due to a coin shortage and skyrocketing silver prices, the government decided to cut costs. So starting that year, they removed the silver content from quarters and started making them out of a copper-nickel clad composition instead. Here's the catch: during this transition, a small number of 1,965 quarters were accidentally struck on the old 90% silver planchets meant for 1964 coins. That, my friends, is what makes this quarter so valuable. It's not just old, it's an error. And coin collectors go absolutely nuts for mint errors. Now here's the twist. These silver 1965 quarters weren't supposed to exist at all. The mint thought they got rid of them, but somehow, a few escaped into circulation. And now, they're worth a fortune. Great question. First, pick up the coin and look at the edge. Most modern quarters have that copper stripe running along the edge, right? If you don't see it, if the edge looks pure silver all the way around, you might be onto something. Next, give it a sound test. Silver coins have a distinct, high-pitched ring when you drop them on a hard surface. Regular clad quarters have more of a dull, thuddy sound. Now don't go smashing coins like a madman, but it's worth a careful listen. Weight also matters. A regular 1965 quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. A silver quarter is heavier, around 6.25 grams. That difference might sound small, but with a jeweler's scale, you'll spot it. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is going to fetch way more than one that's been beat to death in someone's pocket for 50 years. But even a slightly worn silver 1965 quarter can rake in thousands. One recently sold at auction for over $1.2 million because of its rarity and grade. So about 5 years ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. He had boxes of stuff, including an old coffee can full of coins. I'm talking rusted bottle caps, Canadian pennies, the works. We were about to chuck it in a donation bin, but something told me to take a second look. I dumped it all out on the floor, sorted through it, and I found a 1965 quarter that looked different. It was shinier. It had no copper edge. And I swear to you, when I dropped it, it rang like a bell. I didn't know what I had at the time, but I put it aside. 2 weeks later, I took it to a coin shop. The guy nearly fainted. Turns out, it wasn't silver, but it was a high-grade clad error coin with doubling on the reverse. Not $1 million, but still sold it for over $1,000. That moment changed everything for me. I started looking at every quarter I touched. And now, here I am making videos, helping folks like you spot treasure in plain sight. That kind of price doesn't happen every day. It takes the perfect storm: rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand. One of these coins in mint state, certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC, and verified to be struck on a silver planchet. Boom. You've got a millionaire maker in your hand. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers have sold these for staggering amounts. The market is hungry, especially as more collectors enter the scene. Baby boomers are retiring, Gen X and millennials are inheriting coin collections and looking for ways to cash in. The timing is right, and here's a little coin strategy for you. If you find a coin like this, don't clean it. That's the number one mistake. Cleaning destroys the natural patina and lowers the value. Leave it as is and get it professionally graded. Then, contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house. And trust me, if you've got the real deal, they'll roll out the red carpet for you. Let's have a little fun quiz before we wrap up this section. What's the edge of a silver 1965 quarter look like? No copper stripe, just pure silver color all around. That 1965 no mint mark Washington quarter isn't just a piece of metal. It's history. It's mystery. It's a potential gold mine hiding in plain sight. You don't need to be a historian or a numismatist to spot value in your change. All it takes is curiosity, a little knowledge, and maybe a magnifying glass. So before you toss that next handful of coins into a tip jar or vending machine, take a second. Look closely. That shiny little quarter could be your ticket to a better life, a new home, or a long overdue vacation. And if you found this video helpful, fun, or even a little surprising, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Smash that like. Drop a comment below if you've ever found something wild in your spare change. We're building a community of everyday folks turning pocket change into life change. And I'd love for you to be part of it. Hey there, coin hunters and accidental millionaires in the making. Imagine flipping through your change jar, looking for just enough to grab a burger, and bam, you stumble across a coin that could buy you not just the burger, but the entire fast food chain. I'm talking about a simple 25-cent coin that's now worth $1.9 million. You heard that right. Not a typo. 25 cents turn millionaire maker. So grab your cup of coffee, or heck, a mason jar full of pennies, and sit back, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 2015 Kisatchie National Forest quarter. A coin so rare and valuable, it has collectors drooling and everyday folks digging through their couch cushions like buried treasure hunters. Stick around, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for, how this coin became a millionaire's dream, and why your spare change could literally change your life. Oh, and I've got a story of how I almost threw away a coin worth thousands. True story. You don't want to miss that one. Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. The Kisatchie quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, which ran from 2010 to 2021. The 2015 D version was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Now, Kisatchie National Forest, located in Louisiana, is the only national forest in that state. And the coin's reverse design shows a wild turkey in flight, with longleaf pine trees in the background. Looks innocent enough, right? Just a bird flying over a forest. But it turns out, some of these quarters are worth more than Lamborghinis. No joke, the average 2015 D Kisatchie quarter is only worth face value. But every once in a while, a rare error coin gets through the minting process. These are the coins that make headlines and send coin collectors into a frenzy. In the case of the 2015 D Kisatchie quarter, we're talking about double die errors struck through grease errors, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors. But the mother of all errors for this coin? A misprinted design on the reverse side that created a dramatic misalignment in the details of the turkey and the surrounding forest. Only a few of these were ever seen in circulation. Combine that with a pristine condition, what collectors call MS67 or higher, and you've got a coin worth nearly $1.9 million. That's right. One single quarter. One rare error. And a whole lot of jaw-dropping value. Alright, let me tell you a quick story that still haunts me. A few years ago, I was at the car wash. I had a pocket full of change and needed quarters for the vacuum. I dumped a bunch of coins into the machine, and one coin got stuck. I pulled it out and noticed it looked weird. The edges were thicker. The design was a little off. I figured it was one of those foreign coins that sneak into circulation sometimes. I was in a hurry, so I tossed it aside and used the next quarter. Fast forward a year, I'm watching a video just like this one, and bam, they show a coin that looks exactly like the one I tossed. A rare off-metal strike worth over 5 grand. I just about kicked a hole in my drywall. Lesson learned. Always check your change, and that's why I'm telling you never underestimate what's hiding in plain sight. Here's where you grab your magnifying glass and start playing detective. A bold doubling in the text, especially in United States of America or E pluribus unum, a misaligned turkey design, where the feathers look fuzzy or off-center and off-metal color. Some error coins were struck on nickel planchets or even penny blanks. Check the edges. Some errors have partial reading or uneven cuts. Make sure the coin is from Denver. Look for the D just above the date, and of course, condition matters. If it's shiny, free of nicks and scratches, and looks like it just left the mint, you might be holding onto something special. And now, if you think you've got the real deal, don't just toss it on eBay and hope for the best. First, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These companies give your coin an official grade, which can make or break your final payday. After that, list it through a reputable auction house. Some coins have gone through heritage auctions or Stacksbowers, bringing in 6- or 7-figure payouts. Avoid pawnshops or selling it to someone offering cash today on Craigslist. You're sitting on a potential $1 million baby. Treat it like gold. And now you might be thinking, if these coins are so rare, surely they're all gone by now, right? Nope. People toss change in jars, forget about them in drawers, or spend them at gas stations without a second thought. Some of these coins have sat in circulation for years, just waiting to be discovered, and that's the magic of it all. You don't need a metal detector or a pirate's map. You just need a good eye, a little patience, and maybe a flashlight in your glove box. A regular old 2015 Kisatchie quarter can still be worth just 25 cents, but the rare ones, the error coins in top condition, those can fetch up to $1.9 million. That's life-changing money. That's mortgage paid off, early retirement, move to the beach money. So before you spend your next quarter on a parking meter or laundry, take a second look. That tiny coin might just be your golden ticket. Now here's the deal. If you found this video helpful, fun, or even just a little eye-opening, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. I've got more videos coming your way packed with coin hunting strategies, valuable finds, and insider tips to help you turn spare change into serious cash. And hey, share this video with a friend who's always broke. You might just help them strike it rich. Hey folks, listen up, because this could be the most valuable 5 seconds of your entire day. You ever go to the gas station, grab a coffee, and toss your change in that little compartment in your car door? You know the one. Full of lint, old receipts, and forgotten dreams. Yeah, that one. Well, what if I told you that one of those dusty old quarters could actually be worth $1 million? That's right. Not a typo. Not Monopoly money. $1 million. And it's not some ancient Roman coin either. I'm talking about a regular-looking 2006 South Dakota quarter with a D mint mark. The kind you probably ignored at least 100 times. Yeah, that little bird and tree design one? That thing could be your golden ticket. Stick around, because today, I'm going to show you what makes this coin so valuable, how to check if you have one, and why collectors are going absolutely wild over it. And I'll tell you about the time I nearly gave one away to a vending machine. True story. So grab that coin jar, empty out your glove compartment, and let's dive into the wild world of the $1 million South Dakota quarter. It kicked off in 1999 and ran through 2008, celebrating each of the 50 United States with its own unique quarter design. For many of us, it became a mini hobby. Kids, adults, even grandparents were collecting them in those blue cardboard maps. You'd go to the bank and ask for a roll just to see what new ones you'd get. And now, South Dakota's quarter dropped in 2006, and let me tell you, it was a real looker. Mount Rushmore front and center, 2 pheasants flying overhead, and a nice sprig of wheat at the bottom. Basically, South Dakota packed their whole tourist brochure into one coin. The Denver Mint was responsible for producing a big chunk of these. Hence the little d right under the motto, "In God We Trust." Millions of these were made. So how could one be worth $1 million? Now, not every 2060 South Dakota quarter is worth big bucks. If that were the case, we'd all be millionaires already, right? Nope. What you're looking for is a rare error coin, a perfect storm of mistakes and minting quirks that drives collectors wild. Some 2060 South Dakota quarters have doubling on the obverse side, meaning Washington's face looks like it's got a shadow or ghost image. spooky and profitable. This means the stamp didn't line up right when the coin was made. Imagine a slightly off-center image. Coin nerds call this dramatic and they'll pay dramatically for it. That's when the coin looks like someone took a bite out of it. Only it came from the mint that way, not your dog. Ever seen a quarter the size of a dime? That's not magic. That's a quarter accidentally struck on a dime blank. Worth a fortune now, a 2060 South Dakota quarter with multiple errors, like doubling and a wrong planchet, has been privately auctioned for close to $1 million. It's not hype. This thing has changed hands between top collectors of first, grab a magnifying glass. Or one of those fancy phone camera zoom apps if your eyesight is like mine after a double cheeseburger lunch. Tilt the coin back and forth under a light. Check for doubling around the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." If the letters look fuzzy or like there's a shadow, you might be holding something big. Flip it. Check the pheasants and the edges. Are they off-center? Clipped? Look for any unusual marks or dents that don't seem like regular wear and tear. Weigh it. A standard quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's noticeably heavier or lighter, that's a big clue it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. Don't clean it. Seriously, don't touch it with vinegar, a toothbrush, or your grandma's baking soda recipe. You could turn $1 million coin into a 10-cent tragedy. About 2 years ago, I was at a laundromat. Washing machine ate my quarters like it was starving. I reached into my jacket pocket and found a South Dakota quarter. Didn't think much of it. It had a little chip, some doubling I thought was just wear, and I almost fed it into the machine, but something made me stop. Maybe it was the little voice in my head, or maybe it was the fact that it just looked different. I took it home and compared it to others. Lo and behold, I had stumbled upon a rare die clash. I got it appraised. It wasn't worth $1 million, but it sold for $2,400. Just one coin. One trip to the laundromat. Ever since, I check every single coin I come across. Call me the coin whisperer. My wife calls it hoarding, but I call it early retirement planning. A regular circulated 2060 South Dakota quarter? Probably worth 25 cents to maybe 50 cents if it's a nice one, not but a mint condition coin with errors? You're looking at thousands, tens of thousands, and in very rare cases like the multi-error varieties, that's where you hit the 7-figure jackpot. Collectors are like hunters. And when a coin with an extremely rare error is found, it becomes a legendary prize. Some folks build entire collections around mint errors. Others are just waiting to fill that one elusive slot in their binder, and when someone's willing to pay big, you'd better believe others are out there searching. Let's say you've hit the jackpot. You've got a 2060 South Dakota quarter with a confirmed mint error. Second, get it authenticated. There are reputable grading services like PCGS and NGC. They'll examine the coin, grade it, and certify its value. That certificate can add thousands to your asking price. Great for high-end buyers. They take a fee, but the exposure can mean serious bidding wars. Places like eBay or heritage auctions can work well, especially if the coin is already certified. If you network in coin communities, you might find someone willing to pay top dollar in a private deal. Patience is key. You don't have to sell the first offer you get. Get appraisals, do your research, and hold out for the right buyer. The 2060 isn't the only state quarter worth some serious cash. Let me give you a lightning round of others to keep your eyes peeled for. A little metal coin you've probably flipped into a fountain or fed to a vending machine could actually be your golden ticket to early retirement. The 2060 South Dakota quarter isn't just spare change. It's potential life change. It's out there. It's in circulation. It's hiding in old purses, dusty jars, junk drawers, maybe even stuck under your car seat. So do me a favor. After this video, go check your pockets. You never know. You might be walking around with $1 million jingling in your jeans, and if you want more coin hunting tips, price breakdowns, and insider strategies on selling rare coins for top dollar, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into a payday. The ultimate treasure hunt of your lifetime. You ever been digging through your old coin jar or flipping through that drawer we all have, the one full of batteries that don't work, expired coupons, and random paper clips and stumble upon a shiny little quarter from the early 2000s, well, buckle up, because today we're talking about one of those ordinary coins that could actually be worth a life-changing fortune. Yep, I'm talking about the 2001 P Mint South Dakota $quarter, a little 25-cent piece that could be sitting in your couch cushions right now and is worth a staggering $1.1 million. That's right. $1.1 million. Don't go flipping your furniture just yet though. First, let me tell you how this quarter became the coin collector's golden ticket. Whether you're new to coin collecting or you've been in the game since Eisenhower was on the dollar, this video's gonna open your eyes to what might be hiding right under your nose. So grab a drink, kick back, and get ready, because we're diving deep into how a single 2001 P South Dakota quarter turned pocket change into serious wealth. And just to spice things up, I'll share a personal story that still makes my wife laugh and me cry a little inside. Yeah, it involves me, this exact coin, and a vending machine. Now, you're probably thinking, it's just a quarter from 2001. I've used hundreds of those buying gas station snacks. But not all coins are created equal, my friend. This South Dakota quarter comes from the State Quarters program, one of the most popular and widely collected series in U.S. history. It ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured unique designs representing each of the 50 states. South Dakota's design was officially released in 2006, but hang on, I said 2001 P, right? Exactly. You see, the 2001 P South Dakota quarter should not even exist. It's what collectors call a mule coin when two mismatched dies are used to strike a coin. In this case, the reverse, tail side, features the South Dakota state design, but the obverse, head side, is from a 2001 Washington quarter, and it bears the Philadelphia P Mint mark. That's like finding a Bigfoot wearing Air Jordans. It just shouldn't happen. These kinds of errors are super rare and highly sought after. We're talking national news in the coin world. Only a few have been authenticated, and when they hit the auction block, they command 6 or even 7-figure price tags. The most recent authenticated sale of this rare 2001 P South Dakota mule coin? A jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Now, before you go digging through your change jar with a flashlight and a magnifying glass, let me explain exactly what to look for so you don't waste your time chasing duds. First, check the front. It should look like your standard 2001 Washington quarter. You'll see George Washington, the year 2001 below his neck, and the letter P indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Then flip it over. Here's the kicker: it should have the South Dakota reverse design, featuring Mount Rushmore, a pheasant in flight, and a ring of stars. That combination shouldn't exist. The South Dakota reverse wasn't released until 2006. So a 2001 obverse paired with that reverse is what makes this baby $1 million miracle. Now don't confuse it with regular South Dakota quarters from 2006. Those are neat, but they're not paying off your mortgage. Only a handful of these error coins have been verified by grading companies like PCGS and NGC. If you think you've got one, do not spend it. Don't even breathe on it too hard. Put it in a coin sleeve and take it straight to a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a grading company for evaluation. Alright, as promised, let me share a little story. Back in 2010, I was moving out of my college apartment. You know the drill, boxes everywhere, stress levels high, roommates disappearing like Houdini when it's time to clean. I had this huge mason jar of change I'd been tossing coins into since high school. Quarters, nickels, dimes, basically my emergency snack fund. Well, during the move, I got hungry. Real hungry. I marched over to the vending machine outside and grabbed a handful of change. Punched in the code for a pack of peanut butter crackers, and in went the coins. One of those quarters had George Washington, the year 2001 P Mint mark. And I swear to you, I remember seeing the pheasant and the Mount Rushmore on the back. At the time, I thought, ha, cool South Dakota quarter. And then boom, gone. I fed that vending machine a potential $1.1 million. In exchange, it gave me a dry pack of crackers and a lifetime of regret. So yeah, I feel your pain if you've ever tossed away something valuable without realizing it. But hey, we live and learn, right? Now let's get into why these coins fetch such a high price. First off, rarity. We're talking maybe 3 to 5 known examples in the entire world. Second, the story behind the error. It's not just a minor scratch or double die. This is a full-blown mismatch of years and designs, something the US Mint works really hard to prevent. When it slips through, it's like a unicorn got lost in the herd. Third, condition matters. The few that exist have been preserved in near-perfect state. Coins graded MS67 or higher are especially desirable. That means mint state, with minimal wear and full original luster. If you've got one in this condition, your bank account is about to take a turn for the better. Let's shift gears and talk strategy. Because hunting for valuable coins isn't about luck. It's about having a system. Step 1, get a magnifying loupe. You don't need NASA-grade tech. A basic 10x loupe from Amazon will do. Start examining your coins for oddities, off-center strikes, date mismatches, missing mint marks. Step 2, organize your coins by year and mint mark. Patterns will start emerging, and you'll develop an eye for what looks off. Step 3, hit up coin shows, local dealers, and even estate sales. People sell entire coin jars not knowing what they've got. You can swoop in, spot a treasure, and walk away with thousands for the price of lunch. And finally, educate yourself. Watch videos, read coin guides, and keep up with auction results. Knowledge is the real currency in this game. That little quarter you've been ignoring in your junk drawer might just be your golden ticket. The 2001 South Dakota quarter is more than a piece of change, it's a $1.1 million windfall waiting to happen. A minting mistake that turned into a collector's dream. And if you're lucky enough to find one, your life could change in the flip of a coin. Now I want you to do me a favor. Go check your coin jar. Seriously, right after this video. Look at every 2001 quarter and flip it over. You never know. Your retirement fund might just be sitting in that dusty jar next to your old keys and that AA battery that's been dead since 2005. And if you found this video helpful or entertaining, or at least better than your cousin's Facebook conspiracy theories, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tap the like. Share it with someone who has a habit of hoarding coins like a squirrel hoards nuts, because we're just getting started. More hidden treasure awaits. More coins worth thousands, even millions, are out there. And I'm here to help you find them.